Hello, my name is Scott DeRue, and as Dean of the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan, I am honored to be joined today by Malcolm Gladwell. Malcolm, welcome to the University of Michigan.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Malcolm, as you know, we are in an organization, the University of Michigan. This year we enrolled 6,800 freshmen, roughly speaking. If you think about those students, what advice would you have for them?
I would say, I'm thinking back on the mistakes that I made in college. I would say my primary advice is pursue what interests you, not what you're good at. In other words, I think people enter college with a notion of what they excel at and feel they're required to pursue that particular thing. And there are two things to be said about that. One is you actually, at the age of 17, don't know what you're good at. Many of us don't know what we're good at until we're in our 50s. And the second thing is, you're always better off pursuing the things you like over the things that you have some kind of aptitude toward. At the end of the day, passion for something gets you much further than some dry notion of ability.
And with that in mind, what advice would you have for them to discover their passions in this world of opportunity?
I think delay making a decision as long as possible about what you're choosing to focus on. I mean, I don't say as long as possible, but I mean, don't feel like you have to know on the first day of freshman year what degree you want to get at the end of 4 years. I mean, feel free to experiment. I mean, I think we've gotten a little bit unforgiving in educational environments, and we've forgotten that they are supposed to be laboratories for intellectual experimentation, where you take chances and you try things out. And if you don't take a couple of courses that you hate, it means you haven't conducted enough of those necessary experiments.
I'm always struck by the diversity of students and talent that we attract at the University of Michigan. What advice would you have for our students for discovering what makes them unique, and how then to leverage those unique elements of themselves as they go forward in life?
I mean, I guess I would say that the best way to discover what is special about yourself is to do it from the outside in. So I don't think you discovered those qualities by peering inwards, by focusing on yourself. I think you discovered them by engaging with others. The fastest way to discover your own unusual or exceptional qualities is to hang out with people who have unusual and exceptional qualities. I had the good fortune when I was 11 years old to meet a guy named Terry, still to this day the smartest guy I ever met. We were in this random little town in the middle of farming country and in southern Ontario. And Terry was the most fearless and subversive thinker I have ever met. I discovered through him that I can sort of do that too. I didn't know that at that point. I was just another, conventional, compliant, good student, but, straight good ahead. And I met this guy whose notion of what it meant to explore life was to metaphorically blow things up. You said, go left, he went right. If you said this was true, he was like, prove it to me. He was that kind of guy. The world just kind of opened up when I met him. I was like, oh my word, what a way of kind of dealing with ideas and with experiences. It was so exciting and so fresh, and I just followed him for years, just kind of learning from him. And there was a case where that was something I didn't figure that out about, that I liked that kind of way of thinking about the world by sitting and introspecting. I found that out by hanging out with an extraordinary person. And so the most important thing that Michigan can give to a student coming here is other students, right? It's the people who you're hanging out with at 11 o'clock at night. That is the core of your university experience. And if they're interesting and weird and poke and prod you, you will be a better person as a result.
Yeah. Thank you again for coming to the University of Michigan, engaging with our community, and really inspiring us to think boldly. Thank you.
Thank you.